Hello, this is the Morning Gardener. Had a lively day today at work. There was a gentleman I've worked with there. Don't know him very well, obviously, but I worked with him for 4 years. Mm, be glad when my ears pop so I can really hear what I want to hear. Um, so I worked with him for about 4 years and found out today that he had a garden. But what was so interesting to me was that he's from, I think he's from India, but uh, he had a pictures of his garden, and I gotta say, folks, the man had a beautiful garden. I looked at his garden. The pictures were beautiful. He had all these colors, and uh, he had the yard. And he had these big tomatoes that he grew. Um, and there was a couple other things. I think he said he grew was okra and tomatoes and peppers. He said that's the only thing he really is interested in. And I couldn't imagine doing that because, I like to grow so many different varieties. And I also like to, you know, grow as much as I can. That's the whole thing I keep saying to people is that make certain that you keep costs down any way you can. And then found out this man was not uh, new to the game. He said when fall comes, he cuts everything down and he leaves it right there. Well, I gave him the name for that, which I said, "Sir, what you're doing is chop and drop." He didn't know what that meant, but he now knows that he chopped. He said, "Yeah, I've been doing it for years." And I asked him a couple of questions. I don't know if he was totally honest with me about you know his soil. I said, "What kind of soil do you have?" And I said, "Do you have clay soil?" And he said, "No, I don't have clay soil." Now he's here in Maryland, and we have a lot of clay soil here. Um, so I didn't understand why he didn't follow up and say, "I don't have clay soil, but my soil is like, or my soil is not quite clay," or he just didn't go into it. But he had a beautiful, beautiful yard. He had a beautiful plant. And I said to him, I said, "That's what I like to do." I said, which is add more color to my yard because, oh, hello, I would like to add more color to my yard because he said he had bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds in his yard. Well, I would not mind seeing a hummingbird every once in a while. I saw a hummingbird many years ago when I had a plant in my yard that looked like a purple trumpet. I don't know what kind it was. I'm not into flowers, but uh, the the plants did very well. I mean, they were there before I bought the house. Yep, I don't have much to go on when it comes to decorating a yard. Utility work is all I ever did was cut the grass, use the grass as fertilizer, grow vegetables and fruit trees and bushes that are that help produce fruit. But I've never ever tried to grow flowers. And he had them in strategic areas like he knew what he was doing, you know. And he had red and white and blue and purple colors that, kind of work together. And so he's been around someone that showed him how to do that. So that was fun. Talking to him today was very much a fun process because he definitely had his yard together. Um, Fall is coming up. I just came from when I came in the door. I have my plants set up so that I will keep an eye on them. They're set in my green room. Room I got to walk through to come into the house. And the plants, after only 3 days, yes, 3 days. Was it 3 days? Yeah, 3 days already out of the soil. They already came up. They already popped out of the soil. And I'm growing, like I was saying earlier, I'm growing kale, collard greens, and today I just added 3 pots, 3-inch pots for 3 of them. Mustard greens. Excuse me, mustard greens. I just did them because I need to make sure I have mustard seed. Mustard plants seeds. I need the seeds, and those seeds that I have now, they're quite old. They got to be about 4 years old, something like that. So I'm not going to ever run out of mustard seeds. That's why I started some more today. So what I'll do is once I start planting out, I'll do a direct bed of collard greens, direct bed of kale. I will do. Oh my God, I gotta tell you something, folks. I have plenty of, tree kale seeds. Found them on eBay, and I think it was like $1 for a pack or something like that, free shipping. Um, and when I did that, I bought the tree kale because I got to have tree kale. When I saw how big the leaves get, um, and I have one plant out there now, two actually, and it is a huge leaf, folks, and they cross with other varieties of kale and collard. They cross, um, so I will be able to grow them in an enormous amount of them this year because I have seeds. I definitely have the seeds. Um, and the other thing is, it's just a wonderful thing there. It's wonderful. Mhm. Well, I guess that's all I want to say. I don't want to take all the time up. Any of you have anything you'd like to mention? Um, but definitely grow something. Put something in the ground this year. Definitely do that. Don't let fall go by without trying to put something in the ground. And if you wonder where to get seeds at, if you don't have any, some of the stores still have seeds um, in stock that they haven't yet shipped back to the company yet. Like Lowe's, I saw a rack full of seeds, um, and they've been sitting there because most people don't buy them this time of year, and so and they still have the fruit trees, but I would not recommend the fruit trees unless you have a lot of room because the only thing they primarily have is kale. I mean, excuse me, not kale. Semi-dwarf trees, and they get pretty big. That doesn't bother you. I mean, you can keep them cut down, but you can keep them cut down. This is the Morning Gardener. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate your time.